it's Linda with No Frills ASMR. I picked up this Life Legends, the Century's Most Unforgettable Faces book. But I think the book is from the last, let's see. Let's see when this was published, because some of these faces even I don't quite recognize. Where's it say? All rights reserved to first edition. Ooh, it's a first edition. 1997. 97. Okay, so I should know who this is. I did know one time. I just can't think of who it is right now. Do they tell us? Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out once we get inside this book. So let's see what we have. The century's most unforgettable faces. There's oh my gosh, you guys, my memory is gonna play a big part in this. Oh, for goodness sakes. Are they gonna tell us the names of everybody so I'm not doing this the whole time? Okay, Greta Garbo, thank you. When asked to account for Greta Garbo's spellbinding magnetism, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Robert Sherwood burbled like a high school fan club president. She is one of the most amazing, puzzling, most provocative characters of this extraordinary age, he said. She definitely doesn't belong in the 20th century. She doesn't even belong in this world. Wow. I have to admit, she's so before my time. I don't even... Oh, Judy Garland. Good grief. That's who she is, Judy Garland. Alright. I'll let you guys try to guess, and then I'll try to tell you. We have this person. Do you know who that is? Malcolm X. And this person. I recognize her because she always kind of looks like my grandma. That is Eleanor Roosevelt. It says, if I'm such a legend, then why am I so lonely? Judy Garland. That's like the saddest thing. That is so sad. Alright, let's skip to... Oh, well, that's going to be Jackie O. She always wore like these pearls or multi-strand pearls. Yeah, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis necklace. Okay, Houdini. I'm thinking about doing an episode. I used to be sort of obsessed with Houdini. If I'm not wrong, and I could be wrong. I think part of my obsession with him was because when he died, I think it was in Detroit where I grew up. It was before I think it was in the 50s or 60s or something. But he would chain himself up and then go into water, like in a straitjacket, if I remember correctly, and free himself. But the day that he died, like the night before, maybe somebody came in and sucker punched him, and they think he it did something to his internal organs or something. I don't remember. Okay, this looks like the reporter, what the heck, what's it? Truman Capote. Yeah, Truman Capote. I don't really know, I saw that movie with, okay, I'm gonna not try to do names today. But anyway, the actor who died, what's his name? But there's a new show called, Birds or something. Who is this? Oh, Dr. Spock, really? That's a funny picture. Even whispering, I can't do it. I don't know, guys. Dr. Spock. My mom, would always be quoting Dr. Spock when I was growing up. She loved his book. Jack Kerouac. Groucho. Oh my god, I used to know their names. Do they tell us? Groucho. Oh yeah, Chico. Zeppo. What's the other one? When they got back, they summoned us for reading of our script for Monkey Business. They came with their lawyers and accountants and masseuses and dentists, 23 people, plus Seppo's 2 Afghans and Chico's schnauzer, and I read for 85 minutes in absolute silence. At the end, Chico said, "What do you think, Groucho?" Groucho took the cigar out of his mouth and said, "Stinks," and they all got up and walked out. Who's this? Lenny Bruce. Oh, sure. The comedian Lenny Bruce. He was kind of like one of the early, more like cutting edge comedians. And if you ever watched the show Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Lenny Bruce, it's kind of odd because the show's fictional, but he's a real person, but he's in the show. I don't know. But it's kind of cool. What's remembered is his dirty mouth. What's forgotten is his purely American innocence. He died in 1966. McCarthy. Joseph McCarthy. He's the one who, we'll have to do an episode about McCarthyism. It's actually, I don't know enough about it, but he's the one who claimed like everybody in Hollywood was a communist, and he'd bring them all up and question them and ask if they ever went to a meeting of the Communist Party and all that. It's like a witch trial kind of thing. Who's this? Al Capone. He's winking at the camera. You can hardly be surprised at the boys killing each other. What is... We have... Oh, look, it's Coco Chanel. Look how she's holding that cigarette. She's so cool. The alertness of the woman, the charm. She was mesmerizing, strange, alarming, witty. I don't really know very much about Coco Chanel. Was there a movie made about her? I can't remember. If so, I'll have to watch because I love a movie. This is Edward R. Murrow. He was a journalist. He had true pitch. Here was someone who in another age might have been mystic, said Dr. Jonas Salk. Dr. Jonas Salk figured out penicillin as a treatment, an antibiotic treatment. Not him, but the guy who made the quote. Jackie Robinson played for the Dodgers. A Mrs. Roosevelt in spikes. Okay. That's a pretty good photo, like action shot, There's Jackie with her pearls. There's Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover. Clarence Darrow. Clarence Darrow. The set for Inherit the Wind wasn't quite ready. I couldn't figure out why, so I went around to see the carpenters who were supposed to be building it. I found them deep in dispute as to whether man could have descended from apes. Okay, sorry. We're gonna have to take a quick was known for his defense of unpopular causes and persons, including Eugene V. Debs. Darrow was defense attorney in the Scopes trial. This is important. I'm not just doing this for your relaxation. This is important. Okay, let's see. Scopes trial. Where are you? The trial of John Scopes, a high school teacher in Tennessee, for teaching the theory of evolution in violation of state law. The trial was held in 1925 with eminent lawyers on both sides, William Jennings Bryan for the prosecution and Clarence Darrow for the defense. At the time, many saw the Scopes trial as a sign of a deep conflict between science and religion. This is important because in Tennessee right now, they have anti-science league, or whatever they're called, who are trying to get rid of the theory of evolution in schools and teach only creationism in schools, or at least to teach them both side by side as fact. And that this trial was in 1925. I have a dream. There we go. There's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is Albert Schweitzer. I don't know. He did not preach and did not warn and did not dream that his example would be an ideal and a comfort to innumerable people, said Albert Einstein. I'm going to have to look him up. I've heard the name, but I don't really know who that is. This is Eleanor Roosevelt. No woman has ever so comforted and distressed the distressed, or so distressed the comfortable. That's Nelson Mandela. Malcolm X. Gandhi. I can't deny it. When he starts talking about all that's been done to us, I get a twinge of hate. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And then here's another quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We will not resort to violence. We will not degrade ourselves with hatred. We will return good for evil. We will love our enemies. Christ showed us the way, and Gandhi in India showed us it could work. So, in case you are unfamiliar, Martin Luther King was for peaceful protest, and Malcolm X was basically fed up with that because in the South, in America, black people were being murdered, like young girls at their church school were being, people were being murdered. And so he wanted to go in with violence, and that was a little bit at odds with each other. So that's kind of what they're touching on there. Ooh, there's Madonna. To change the subject, that's Madonna's bustier. I saw the Blonde Ambition tour. She was wearing that. There's Parishnikov. No, sorry. Who is that? Rudolph. I'm having trouble seeing it. Nureyev. I don't know him. I guess I only know the name of one male ballerina, and it wasn't him. says people have forgotten how to tell a story. Cecil B. DeMille, this must have been when he was filming. Oh shoot. Not the greatest story ever told. I don't know. My brain. Here's Bob Dylan. You certainly look like an intense young man, said Carl Sandburg. He's wearing his flip-flops. Woody Guthrie. This guitar kills fascists, I think is what that says. Yep. Yeah. Woody Guthrie's the original folk singer, really. Madonna. That's like during her Blonde Ambition tour time. And there's Mae West. Come here, sweetheart, I got something to show you. That's not good, that was bad. Charles Lindbergh and John Glenn. There's Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. There's something wrong with that boy. He frowns for no good reason, said William Burroughs. Here's Jim Morrison. This is sad. These are both part of the 28 Club, they call it now, I think. Looking the way he did, being born that way, was not entirely terrible. Grace Slick. Henry Ford. And there he is with the, I'm assuming it's a Model A, but it could be a Model T. The one who creates the most through mass production will win. Henry Ford has shown us how to do it. Nikita Khrushchev. Okay. Bill Gates is the gatekeeper to be feared, said Rupert Murdoch. It's a young Bill Gates. Men make history and not the other way around. Harry S. Truman. There's Mao's book. Here's. I was saying. Never mind. There's Hitler. And there they all are lined up. And look at all these people. All lined up for him. Ugh. So much hate. Winston Churchill. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Fidel Castro. Fidel is not a communist. If he were one, he would have a few more weapons, said Che Guevara. How do you say that? Guevara. I don't know. He's got a weapon, right? General Douglas MacArthur. I don't know that I've ever, seen him. I don't know. Or at least not. I wouldn't know that one. A great thundering paradox of a man noble and ignoble, inspiring and outrageous. No more baffling, exasperating soldier ever wore a uniform, said William Manchester. Here's Mao. Here's Lenin. And Stalin, who were communist leaders in Russia. So we have a fascist leader. He's authoritarian. He's racist. He's nationalistic. fascism. And then we have the communist leaders who believe government should control everything. The people are working for the government, but the government owns everything and controls speech and everything that happens within the government, or within the country. Communism. Dorothy's ruby slippers. Why they're called slippers? They look more like shoes. There's Orson Welles. That's nice. I want to be there, drinking some whatever wine and eating brie. Charlie Chaplin, Marlon Brando. Look at him, he's jumping up. So, what is he rehearsing for here? I'm trying to think of where he danced. Which movie? I'm not sure. I honestly think that broken nose made his fortune. It gave him sex appeal. He was too beautiful before. Oh, there's Katharine Hepburn. I sort of love her. I just think she's so cool. She was wearing pants when like nobody was wearing pants. It's just like interesting. I have not lived as a woman. I have lived as a man. I've just done what I damn well wanted to, and I've made enough money to support myself, and I ain't afraid of being alone. You go, queen. Oh my gosh. Clark Gable. Wow, he is cute. It's funny. People always talk about how handsome he is, but looking at him right now, maybe it's because I'm finally aged up to his age. He always looked old to me. No complexes, no inhibitions, no fixations, no phobias. And then Marlene Dietrich. There's Elizabeth Taylor. In one of her weddings, I think she got married like nine times or something. Judy Garland had a rough life. Little Shirley Temple. Who is that? Is that Lucy? I think this is Lucille Ball. I think that we only know that because, like, when I got the book, we would flip through it. That must be why, because I think that's who that is. Lucille Ball, yeah. I wouldn't recognize her. John Wayne. Says, damn it, the SOB looked like a man. Okay. Jimmy Stewart, oh my gosh, I love Jimmy Stewart. I just love him so much. When all these people started showing up outside, I complained to the producer. Jimmy overheard me and said, don't forget Raquel, they're the ones who buy